In 1984, James Cameron was homeless, living in his car, and literally starving. He had a screenplay that every major studio in Hollywood was desperate to buy for hundreds of thousands of dollars. But he said no. Instead, he sold the rights to his masterpiece for exactly $1. Why? Because he wasn't selling a script, he was buying his future. This is the insane true story of the most stubborn man in cinema history. A man who went from driving trucks to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and from the brink of bankruptcy to the Oscar podium. Quick note, I use AI for this professional narration, but the research, the technical data, and this honest perspective are 100% mine. Now, let's dive into the technical madness of Cameron's $1 risk. James Cameron wasn't born a director, he was born an engineer with a visual obsession. His father was an electrical engineer, his mother an artist. That's where the Cameron DNA comes from, pure technical discipline mixed with raw imagination. At 17, he dropped out of physics school because theory wasn't enough. To survive, he drove trucks and school buses. But while other drivers were resting, Cameron was at the USC library. He didn't have money for film school, so he photocopied every thesis on optical printing and visual effects he could find. He literally learned cinema at a library photocopy machine. When Star Wars hit the screens in 1977, he pulled his truck over, quit his job, and entered the industry as a model maker. His mindset was simple: if they can do it, I can do it better. His directorial debut, Piranha 2, was a total disaster. An Italian producer locked him out of the editing room and butchered the film. Sick, broke, and hiding in a cheap hotel in Rome, Cameron had a fever dream: a chrome robot skeleton crawling out of flames, clutching a kitchen knife. Most people would call a doctor. Cameron grabbed hotel stationery and started sketching. Being left-handed, he poured his rage into those initial designs. The Terminator wasn't just a movie idea, it was his weapon for revenge against a Hollywood that didn't believe in him. By 1984, the script was finished, but the industry was terrified of him. Major studios offered a fortune for the script, but they wanted a real director. Cameron, living out of his car, looked at the money and walked away. Then came Gail Ann Hurd. They made a deal that changed history. She got the script for $1 on one condition: James Cameron directs, or the movie doesn't happen. It was a $6.4 million gamble. To save money, they shot police chases, guerrilla style, without permits at 4 a.m. He saw the hardness in Arnold Schwarzenegger's face and turned a supporting character into a legend. The result? $78 million and the birth of a cult empire. After Terminator, Cameron walked into a meeting for the Alien sequel. He wrote Alien on the board, then simply added a $sign, Aliens. The studio was sold, but the British crew at Pinewood Studios hated him. They'd stop work for tea at 5 sharp. Cameron, with his military discipline, fired the heads of the crew and took over. He used his engineering knowledge to build the power loader robot himself. By 1994's True Lies, he became the first director in history to spend $100 million on a single film. Hollywood panicked, but the box office responded with $378 million. Cameron proved he could manage chaos better than anyone. 1989's The Abyss was pure technical madness. He turned a deserted nuclear power plant into a massive underwater tank. Actors spent 12 hours a day under high pressure. It was so brutal that lead actor Ed Harris punched Cameron in the face after nearly drowning, and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio walked off set in tears. But from that torture camp, Cameron created the first fluid CGI character in history. He was literally writing the code for the future of cinema with his actors' sweat and blood. In 1997, the world thought Cameron had finally lost it. Titanic's budget spiraled to $200 million, the most expensive movie ever made. The media called it the greatest fiasco in history before it even premiered. Cameron was so stressed he taped a razor blade to his editing computer with a note: "Use only if the movie sucks." The technical secret: in the scene where Jack draws Rose, the hands you see are actually James Cameron's. But there was a problem. Leo is right-handed, Cameron is left-handed. The solution? They mirrored the entire shot in post-production to match Leo's hand. From the spitting scene, which was an unscripted surprise for actor Billy Zane, to the crew being hospitalized after someone spiked their food with PCP, the set was a madhouse. The payoff? $2.2 billion and 11 Oscars. Cameron waited 15 years for Avatar because the technology he needed didn't exist yet. His set dictatorship reached a new peak. If a cell phone rang during filming, he would take a nail gun and nail that phone to the wall. He developed the fusion camera system and forced the entire world into the 3D era. He told the studio, "If it fails, I don't take a penny." It became the first film to cross $2 billion, and today it still sits at the top with nearly $3 billion. James Cameron is a truck driver who redesigned every pixel of modern cinema with knowledge he stole from a library. He's a National Geographic explorer who has spent more time on the Titanic wreck than its actual passengers. He designed his own submarine and touched the bottom of the earth alone. He might be a tyrant, a madman with a nail gun, or a lunatic who pushes actors to their limits, but without that $1 stubbornness, cinema would be a much more boring place. James Cameron doesn't follow the rules. He builds the world where the rules are made.